Hi, and we are going to be doing a playthrough of Friends of Mineral Town. I do want to apologize for the audio balancing issues in the first impressions video first because I have been using OBS to record my videos for a long time, but in order to use the device that records the gameplay for my Switch and other consoles, hopefully soon, I had to switch over to OBS Studio. Made by the same people, technically the same program, but still different enough from each other that I had to relearn everything, have to get used to what's going on, and figure out my settings. I do think I have a decent balance going on right now, so let's hop in. Do I want to play as a boy or as a girl? As I said in my first impressions video, which you're probably going to hear a lot for the first few videos of this playthrough, it doesn't matter. You can go for any love interest that's in the game. You can go for the opposite sex ones, you can go for the same sex ones, and there is very little difference. There is a difference though in the sense that the same-sex love interests are going to have their heart hidden until later on when you actually start dating them, and also you end up getting a best friend ceremony rather than a marriage, so to speak, though it still treats the two as pretty much interchangeable. We do recall that Harvest Moon DS Cute had this best friend aspect as well in the form of the special marriage candidates from the boy version, but the localization removed that feature and then tried to deny for a long time that they did such a thing. So it'll be fun to see how the localization for this game is going to take care of it, which I hope the localization is going to be within a year or even less. Either way, I do want to play as the brown-haired girl. Yeah, with dark skin, because with the pale one, you can barely see the nose facial feature. And why not play as someone with dark skin in this game? It doesn't happen very often in the series. Yes, I want to play as she. And there we go. We are going to be playing as Monica with our birthday on summer 23rd, which I think there is no festival going on that day, and we are going to be playing in normal mode. We've already seen the opening, and as I've said in the first impressions video, the story is basically that you got a letter from Thomas inviting you over to Mineral Town and specifically to your grandfather's old ranch. And you recall spending a summer there because your parents were busy with work, so you went over there for a vacation. And basically it took the opening plot of the boy version and applied it to the girl version. I do not mind that. It is a very minor change, and it's really not a change that is even worth complaining about. I'm sure there are aspects in this game that are worth more to complain about, though I personally haven't found any yet. Although I haven't played the game entirely on my own yet. And that means I am not entirely sure about everything in this game, which is going to be fun. I've played only through part of it, of the remake, so there's still stuff for me to discover. So yeah, if you do end up marrying a guy, it turns out that this is the kid that you used to play with. Yes, I'm going to take over the farm. I am sort of tempted to go through this and say no, just to see what happens, but I don't dare doing that. Nakama Farm. Friends Farm. Made sense to me. Also, there will be times where I'm going to be quiet because I'm actually focusing on the text and what it says and actually reading, stuff like that. Because I haven't played the original version in quite a while, so there are a lot of things that I've forgotten or don't really remember exactly. Besides, I'm not really going to be talking that much throughout the entire playthrough because it's a farming game. There's not really much I can say every day except, hey, we're back with a new video of Friends of Mineral Town. First things on the agenda, we're going to take care of our crops, harvest and water them, take care of the animals, and then we're going to talk with the townspeople. Either way, what you saw there in the bottom corner was the autosave feature. The game autosaves every morning. So if you look at it here, you see that our autosave has occurred, and you can only have one autosave, so be careful with that. Down there you can see my personal playthrough. You see I only made it until about the middle of summer. So, figuring out what's the remake like, is it worth playing? Is it worth playing a playthrough of it? Yes to both. So, haven't gone through the entire thing yet, but we'll see. I'm gonna grab these two, since I am not sure who I'm going to marry, but I am sure I am not going to be marrying the goddess. I'm gonna keep the pedometer in there. You don't get anything for getting the milestone of 10,000 steps and 100,000 steps and so on, so I'm just gonna save myself the little spot in the backpack. The shelf, the mirror where we can change our clothes, the bookshelf for the few tutorials. It's gonna be sunny tomorrow. And the news telling us what festivals are gonna occur in the season. If you will recall, in the original version, for the first 5 days of the new year... Stop that. It's my Joy-Con messing up already. If you started up the TV and then pressed left, and then kept pressing left on that channel because it reloaded it until you got to a minigame with the goddess, which actually could end up giving you some very good items. But that feature, I am not sure. Either it really only occurs in an actual new year for you while playing this game, in the game, or that feature was removed entirely. I am not sure. I have tried to do it by picking the channels over and over. I didn't get it. I'm going to say yes, and then I'm going to say no, because if I just plain say no, he just looks so sad. And I do feel a bit bad about that, so this way I can avoid that. And now Zach is going to come and explain how to use the shipping bin for us. I do know how to play the game. I have played the remake a bit, and I've played the original version quite a lot. But once again, it's a minor thing. It's a very short tutorial, actually. And, this was in the original game, so they keep it here because it was originally part of it anyway, / for nostalgic reasons. Either way. Now to make money. So, clicking on the shipping bin, we first get the tutorial on how to use it, so either this tutorial or Zach was kind of pointless, but I do want to say the shipping bin has been improved. In the original version, you had to put things into your backpack, and then you had to put one item into the shipping bin at the time while the clock was still going, which wasn't really that great. So now you can just do this. It's not that amazing because I only have... Sorry, it's the Joy-Con. Because I only have one of these to give out, but, you know. Little information there tells you what is going to happen. The smiley face tells you how much of your fatigue is going to be restored when you eat this, which is nothing. The berries, how much of your health is going to be restored, which is 10, and it tells you how much one of these is in terms of money. I really like this change. It gives you a little indicator how much money you're probably going to get at the end of the day, if you can do a bit of mental arithmetic of additions and stuff like that. And you don't have to try to remember how much each is now for what it shipped. I could also ship the honey for 50 gold, and it only restores 2 health, okay. But I'm gonna keep it. I like to use it for gifts early in the game. I could also grab the sickle and use it on the weeds to start getting experience and, eventually getting sooner and closer to upgrading the sickle. But I'm not going to do that because it takes health. It takes HP, whatever you want to call it. And I'm trying to get 3 fields together here. I did not mean to pick up that rock. And, kind of need my stamina for that. Stamina, health, HP, whatever. So compared to the original version, you do get stacking in your backpack, which is great. But only for up to 9 items. Sure, they only ship for 1 gold, but hey, that's 29 gold right there. And quick checking in with Gots, who tells us, yes, he is here to do house upgrades and stuff. And I keep forgetting that the first day starts at like 10 a.m., so you don't really have that much time for the shops. Mary! Ah, don't you look adorable? Honestly, if I am going to marry one of the girls, I am stuck between Mary and Ran. Mostly because those two are my favorite and I really like them. So, first of all, hello Jeff. Hello Karen. Also, I do want to explain and point out some idiocy of mine. As you will recall, you do not actually get things from here anymore. If you do, it just keeps telling you please go and call out to the salesperson at the register. So, we do that. We are going to buy 3 bags of potato seeds because potatoes give you more money in the long run and are a better option for the first spring than turnips or maybe even the cucumbers. So, this is what I originally saw. And I thought, yeah, okay, it has the seeds, has the grass, has some food here, and there's no L and R, so I can't go to a different menu. So, wait, where do I get, like, the cooking stuff? Do I have to get the kitchen first to unlock, like, the cooking stuff going on here? Where's the backpack upgrade? Then, eventually, I realized I was being really, really stupid, and I had to keep pressing down. Yeah. I was, like, getting close to the end of spring in my game and didn't realize this until then because I was wondering, where's the backpack upgrade? How do I get it if I don't just pick it up from the store here anymore? So, yeah, I was being really stupid there. So, there is your mother. Also, Chester is snoring. And we have a heart event, actually. This happens usually as soon as you enter, because this is a heart event that can occur if you haven't introduced yourself to the love interest yet. Or it can happen if you have, and you just have to avoid triggering it before you do so, if that makes sense. So, anyway, he's introducing himself as Doctor, and as I said, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have an actual name in this game, even if it has been years. But he's basically explaining, his job as a doctor and him wanting everybody in the town to be healthy, what a doctor wants. And now he wants us to drink some medicine. It's supposed to be good for us, but everybody else refuses to do it, and in my first impression video I was so excited and wasn't paying attention to the text that I actually picked the wrong option for this one. So we do want to... let's drink it up! And you'll know you'd picked the right option because of the flowers going on. Mazuizo. Ah, it does taste bad, I see. As I thought. But hey, that's the point of medicine. You use guinea pigs to try it for you, and if it doesn't work, well, you keep working at it until it does what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna go back in here. I'm sure you can introduce yourself to Ellie during the heart event, but I'm not sure if that really counts. Also, if you will recall, in the original version, there were these small things you could do daily for having minor boosts to FP for the love interest. That stuff is still around. So Ellie and the doctor are going to get a minor FP boost if you get yourself examined by the doctor once a day, which costs 10 gold. I'm not going to do it. Here we have Cliff, and you have been giving me difficulties with your hard and rival events because, well, I've said I've played the original version quite a bit. And here we have the explanation about the harvest sprites, or just the sprites, and how they help you if you get them to work for you. Personally, I have never used this feature. Not even in the original version. I'm just like, I don't need help doing this. I can do it on my own. Either way, as I've said, I've played the original version quite a lot, but I haven't played it for about a year. So it was fun jumping into this game, into the remake, and being like, okay, I know the game, but I don't remember details. There were things I didn't remember. I remember dimly the time frames for certain hard events and rival events, which are easy enough to obtain. But there were other things that I didn't remember exactly, and it took me a while to remember them. For example, gifts for people. I was thinking for a while, what does Ran like? She doesn't seem to mind getting the flowers, but she doesn't seem to like them, And my Joy-Con isn't being so joyful. Until I eventually remembered, of course! Spa boiled eggs! So, yeah, I'm not going to try reading that to you. From what I know, there is no way to go back up the text box, and Mana generally talks a lot, so I'm not gonna waste my time trying to read that. I'm not fast enough. Something I do want to show you is newly added, well, I think this area was newly added, but I could be wrong. But the more important addition, I'm going to show it in a minute. First, I want to talk to you. Oh, you're still so... Also, yes, I was wrong. She's not wearing a dress. She is wearing something like a tunic, and she's wearing capri jeans underneath. Hi there, Gray. Honestly, he does have the very Bishonen appearance change. I don't think it's a bad change. It's just very unlike the Gray that you got used to when you played the original version. So, what I want to show is this little broken fence. Brings you to a new area. Here you can get some foraging stuff, some stone, there's even a fishing spot. And it brings you here. It's basically a shortcut from Middletown, from Mineral Town to this area compared to original version where you had to, if you wanted to go to the church, then you had to go up Saibara and past all the shops and all that. And I forgot to give the honey to Jeff. Fine, I'll sell it instead. Hi, Zach. Also, I probably should have cleared this earlier, because now I have the feeling it's probably going to get a bit dark before I finish up. So, you will notice that I'm doing the 9-grid pattern and not the 8-grid, which most people would go for in the beginning of the game because your watering can isn't charged up. You know, it isn't upgraded, you can't charge up. And I just got money from the ground. Wonderful. Oops. Yes, I know. But that's because you couldn't walk on top of your crops in the original version. In this one you can. Which is exactly why I'm doing the 9-grid pattern. Also, you have the toolbox outside, which is very convenient. Means you don't have to worry about already 8. You don't have to worry about losing out on money spent on seeds, or even... stop it, Joy-Con. I know I probably should just get some new ones, you know, or see if I can get this fixed, but new Joy-Cons are like 80 euros. And if you remember, yes, we still have the whole ship 100 potatoes and cucumbers and also cabbages? I forget. Anyway, you have to ship 100 of those, and then you can unlock strawberries. Yes, I know you're tired. Don't worry, we're done. So, something I was wondering, well, okay, I got the wood and stone now, where do I put it? Because I only have the silo outside, I don't really have a spot for the wood that I've seen. So, I put it in the shelf. I'm not sure if that's where it's supposed to go, but it's where I put it and it seemed just fine. It counted in terms of having it in my possession when I put it in there. So that was the first day, and my Joy-Con says goodbye by making me walk forward again. I hope you're looking forward to the rest.